Jared Murphy, last one. Here we go.
All these stories have been so good tonight. I don't know how to follow this up. I just kind of came up with this one on the way here, so I'll tell my narrative and figure it out as I go. All right, I was in Okinawa from 2005 to 2009. Lovely place, beautiful, beaches, oceans, everything. The people are lovely. Couldn't have been a bigger change from where I came from. I grew up in the Poconos, which was a serious problem. Yeah, it laughs. It's all right. Don't pity me. I deserve it, though, but don't, please. And going from the Poconos, the middle of the woods, straight to Okinawa was about the biggest change I've ever seen. Well, there was a small, there was a detour for training in Texas. Dave, I feel your pain. Where's Dave? He was right. It's a terrible place. Never go there. Never go to Texas. Well, we came out there, and the changes for me, the shock, is cultural. It's about the people and about one of the things that happened there. We went for a deployment called Red Flag. We went to Vegas, and right when we came back from that, it was in October, which is the tail end of typhoon season out in the Pacific. And these are fantastic. You've probably only ever seen one of these kind of things on TV. You say, oh, it's not going to be like that. That's crazy. That's Weather Channel stuff. You don't expect it to be real until you encounter one. Now, while I was out there, I had a flight instructor. I was a mechanic on planes, and I was trying to learn how to fly them on the side. We flew little Cessnas. And it was a Japanese, a local guy instructor. His name was Daisuke. And he was great. He would come out and hang out with us. He would show us the cool places, the bars, the clubs, all the fun stuff in Okinawa. But this guy was so timid. He was so typical of the stereotype that you think of the Japanese guy. He was super polite. He was very cautious. He was safe about everything. That carried through to his instructing. I had trouble with this one maneuver, turning on the last to come in for a landing, details. But what he would always tell me, he would say, Murph, it's all, yeah, I don't want to get into that. It's boring. He would say, Murph, it's all about the timing. It's all about the timing. And he would say this to me 100 times. He'd go, just do it like this. Timing, and whoop, and he'd land the stupid plane perfectly, and I'd get all mad at him. But he would just say to me, I got it wrong every time. He'd say, Murph, it's all about the timing. And I just wanted to choke the guy, but I couldn't because he was the world's nicest guy. Serious problem. I love him so much. But we get back, and this typhoon happens. This is the first part. There's two. There's the typhoon, and then there's Daisuke, but he comes later. He's the best part, I promise. And this typhoon hits. There's a category for it. I don't remember. This was years ago. T-Core something. There's levels of it. It was a bad one. 180 or 90 kilometer winds, which is something about almost 100. Really powerful winds. You don't think it's real. You see it on TV. You say, well, that's something. It wouldn't be that bad in real life until you get out there. And when you're on a base, they lock the whole base down and they make you stay in your barracks during a certain, I think it's T-Core 1, the worst case of it, the worst 12 hours or whatever, you get locked down. So everybody goes out and they buy all the booze and we have a giant party in the dorms because we're all locked up and nobody's working. What else are you going to do? You're 20. It's the thing to do. So we're all getting drunk in there and having fun, and I get this call from Daisuke, who's my instructor, who never really wants to do anything crazy. Like I said, he's safe. He takes us to the clubs and stuff. He sits there. This guy, he's ashamed to talk to girls. Like, he's so timid. He's fun to bring places, but, we have to get everything going because he just does not do anything crazy ever in his life, this guy. Fantastic. So the typhoon ends. Well, I should talk about the typhoon. That was the first one. We would sneak out onto the top balcony because you can do that, which you're not supposed to, but we're terrible people, so we did it anyway. We don't listen to regulations. And we would put all our gear on. We put like the gas mask and all the stuff on, and we go out on the balcony and we grab onto the thing to let the wind, so we can play with the wind. Because this is what you do when you're 20 and you're drunk. You have fun. I have a lovely picture. It's on a website that's not real anymore, like Photo Bucket or something. I wish I could find it. Thank you. Yeah, Photo Bucket. It's real. I swear. I didn't make it up. And I'm hanging on with one hand to this thing, and I'm waving at the other guy, and he takes a picture of me. It's fantastic. But Daisuke calls me in the middle of this, and I'm in the room, and he says, hey, Murph, do you want to come out to this beach, this one out on the West Coast, this little secret beach? And I said, yes. Why do we want to do that? And he says, oh, well, right after the typhoon, the waves get a little high. And I say, oh, all right, yeah, Daisuke, okay, that's weird to come from you, but I'll take your word on it. So as soon as they let us out of the dorms, we go and meet this guy. There's about 3 or 4 of us. We get in the car, and we meet him at this beach that he had shown us one time. It's a lovely, semi-secret kind of place right off the main highway. There's one highway on Okinawa. It goes from Naha on the bottom all the way up to Naga on the top, and it just goes the whole thing. He takes us up, and you park in this little area. We just called it the Hidden Beach because the name was like 15 syllables long. I don't remember it. And we would get out of the cars, and you go down this little set of stairs, and you can see. You park the cars here. There's a handrail, and then there's a drop of about 20 feet to sand. And the beach is not very far. It's a little tiny thing. The water is probably breaking where the front door is. Not a whole lot of distance. Usually the waves break there. We come out after this typhoon, and I wasn't expecting to see a whole lot. The waves are crashing onto this wall, going over the wall and soaking the cars. And this is the thing you don't think about in real life. You say, that happens on TV. That's not real. You know, that's not a real thing. I grew up in the woods. Oceans are fantastic, but large waves aren't. That's a cartoon. You know, that doesn't happen in real life. So we get out of the car, and we meet Daisuke, and he comes over, and he says, yeah, isn't this crazy? I said, yeah, this is really crazy. Why are we here? Like, we can't go down there. What are we about to do right now? There's no access. And he said, yeah, we're going to go swimming in the waves. I said, yeah, all right. Okay, Daisuke, yeah, we'll do that. And I'm like, how do we do this? Do we just walk down there? Or you want us to jump off right now? And I said it as a joke. And Daisuke, the guy who cannot do anything, the guy who is afraid of, not his shadow, but afraid of other people's shadow. It's an issue right now. He's the safest guy. He's the safest instructor you've ever seen. He goes, yeah, we're going to jump right off. And I assume he's joking again. And I say, how are we going to do this? And he goes, oh, wait for that wave. See where it is right now? I said, yeah. He goes, wait till it's right about here. And I said, well, what are you going to do when it's right about? Puts a hand on the rail and does this ninja-ass cartwheel, I swear to God, into this water as it crests right up onto the wall, and then it carries him all the way out there. This guy, I have never seen him do anything like this. It's insane. It's the best thing I've ever seen in my life. And he expects me to do it. He's way out in the water, and he waves his hand at me like this. And I'm like, no. I say, how am I supposed to do it? And eventually I go down the stairs. I jump a little bit, and I meet him all the way out there. I said, how did you expect me to do something like that? And he looks at me, says, Murph, it's all about the timing. And that's my story about that.